All right, welcome and good morning. We are Farotech. My name is Todd Smith. I'm the VP of Partner Growth, and I'm joined by Chris Carr, CEO of Farotech. Chris, thanks for joining me for a few minutes this morning.
Yeah, this is great.
So today we are talking about business marketing plans and how they can help you succeed. This is the blog that we're referring to. It's something that Chris wrote. The first thing that Chris mentions in this blog is that 50% of small businesses do not have a plan in writing. And I don't know if you've ever heard this expression, Chris, but if you plan to fail, then fail to plan. Now, I've worked in small, medium-sized business my entire career. And it's one of those things that, you know, you're running a business, you've got employees, you've got sales, you've got costs, and you're surrounded by everything that's just sort of like important and urgent. But the planning stage is one of those things that, although it's important, it never seems to make it to the urgent quadrant, and that's difficult. I mean, you own a small business, you know what that's like. You know, how many times have you written a business plan or a marketing plan for your own self? You know, so that's one of the things that, you know, we at Farotech like to do is really help companies sort of figure out, like, you know, take a step back and let's look at the bigger picture of like what a marketing plan looks like. So, what would you recommend? You know, just from a business owner's perspective to another business owner, like how do you even go about that? Because it sounds like such a daunting task, marketing plan.
Yep. Well, I think one of the things that you're going to need, unless you are a very rare breed, you're going to need accountability.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just nobody. So we use that expression, kind of making the donuts, and you can wake up one day and you just got to make the donuts.
Yep.
You know? I think it was from Dunkin' Donuts or something like that. But
yep, I think it was.
And then
time to make the donuts.
Time to make the donuts.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, like, it makes sense. I mean, if you got a drive-through and there's 1,000 people coming to your window, you got to make the donuts. That's how you kind of live. You kind of live this quiet life of desperation, right? But what happens here is that if you don't take a step back and try to stop working in the business and start working on the business, you'll never really reach the growth potential. And so we at Farotech, we have hired a company called CEO Think Tank, and CEO Think Tank tells us basically that they allow us to scale our business. We're doing something called Rockefeller habits. And in that process, we are paying for that accountability. And that accountability is crucial because we pay them so much money that we don't show up without our homework done. So that's one of the things you do is that's a form of accountability. But one of the things that I recommend from a marketing perspective of that business plan is to use use a third-party company that has subject matter experts.
Okay.
Because I think what can happen here is, you know, you can either have a marketing guy or gal or just a small team, and they're so close to it that sometimes they don't
see the big picture
for what it is.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I remember even when you started working here,
it was a long time ago.
I was like, yeah, this is what we do. And you were like, why do you do that? I'm like, well, we do that because, well, I don't know why we do that. But we've always done that.
Right. That's good. We always did it. Yeah. Just do it.
Exactly. Just do it. All right. But it was very refreshing. And how much have we changed simply because someone outside of our own company came and forced us to ask that question?
Yeah.